This is West African Voice Network.
Hello and welcome to Newswave on West African Voice Network. I am Fatima Ibrahim. To begin the bulletin, ex-Gambian leader Yahya Jammeh, along with several former African leaders, under investigation for alleged crimes. A special hybrid court has been established to investigate former Gambian President Yahya Jammeh for alleged human rights violations during his 22-year rule. African leaders are working to accelerate the court's formation as Jammeh faces accusations of enforced disappearances, torture, and other serious offenses. While no arrest warrant has been issued, Jammeh has denied all allegations. Other former African leaders under scrutiny include Omar al-Bashir, the former military ruler of Sudan, who is currently facing 2 arrest warrants from the International Criminal Court. He is accused of war crimes and crimes against humanity, including attacks on civilians, forced displacement, and other violations during his time in power. Also on the list are Francois Bozize, the former president of the Central African Republic, and Mengistu Haile Mariam, the former leader of Ethiopia. Both are accused of overseeing periods of political unrest that led to widespread suffering. These leaders are part of a broader effort by international and African institutions to hold former heads of state accountable for the alleged actions while in power. The establishment of the hybrid court is expected to play a key role in addressing historical injustices on the continent. We move to Senegal, where President Faye launches 1.1 billion CFA francs technology initiative to drive digital transformation. President Bassirou Diomaye Faye has officially launched the New Deal Technologic, a 1.1 billion CFA initiative aimed at accelerating Senegal's digital transformation. Speaking at the event, the head of government emphasized that a national strategy is rooted in a clear and proactive vision to position digital transformation as a key driver of economic development. The project is structured around 4 key pillars: strengthening digital infrastructure, digitalizing public services, developing the digital economy, and positioning Senegal as a regional technological hub. A major focus will be on securing telecommunications networks, expanding data storage capacities, and improving control over data flows. The initiative, set to run until 2034, aims to boost the digital sector's contribution to 15% of Senegal's GDP, ensuring greater equitable access to technology, particularly in rural areas. To the Sahel region, AES defines common strategy for talks with ECOWAS. The Confederation of Sahel States, AES, have outlined a unified strategy for future discussions with the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. At a ministerial meeting in Bamako over the weekend, representatives assessed progress in defense, security, diplomacy, and development while reaffirming their commitments to regional coordination. The discussion highlighted military successes in combating terrorism, the strengthening of their unified force, and diplomatic efforts to assert the AES on the international stage. A significant moment of the meeting was the unveiling of the AES Confederation flag, symbolizing unity and identity. The talks also focused on managing relations with ECOWAS following the official withdrawal of the AES member states in January 2024. The ministers emphasized their intention to maintain strong ties with ECOWAS member states, particularly by ensuring the free movement of goods and people. The meeting concluded with the adoption of a coordination approach for future engagement with ECOWAS aimed for a constructive dialogue that safeguards AES interests while fostering peaceful regional relations. And away from that, Nigeria, Saudi Arabia strengthened diplomatic ties to boost economic cooperation. Nigerian authorities are deepening collaborations with Saudi Arabia to enhance economic relations and explore mutual opportunities for growth. The governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, highlighted this during a courtesy visit by the Saudi ambassador to Nigeria, Faisal bin Ibrahim Al-Gamdi. Cardoso, who commended Saudi Arabia's hospitality during the AIULA event, reaffirmed Nigeria's commitment to expanding economic partnerships with the Gulf nation. In response, Ambassador Al-Ghamdi expressed appreciation for Nigeria's warm reception and reiterated Saudi Arabia's interest in strengthening bilateral cooperation. Both nations aim to leverage their respective strengths to drive economic growth, enhance trade, and ensure long-term stability. And to news from across the sub-region, Kenya, US urge diplomatic solutions to escalating DRC crisis. Kenyan President William Ruto held an extensive discussion with US Secretary of State Marco Rubio regarding the worsening crisis in the Democratic Republic of Congo. According to a statement from the US State Department, the two leaders condemned the recent capture of Goma and Bukavu by the M23 rebel group, which is reportedly backed by Rwanda. Both Ruto and Rubio reaffirmed their commitment to seeking a diplomatic resolution to the conflict. In a social media post, President Ruto emphasized the critical role of regional organizations, the East African Community and the Southern African Development Community (SADC) in diffusing tensions and advancing peace efforts. This marks Rubio's second high-level conversation with an African leader on the crisis this week. On Wednesday, he spoke with Angola's Foreign Minister Tete Antonio about the Luanda process, a diplomatic initiative aimed at facilitating dialogue between Rwanda and the DRC. And with that, we've come to the end of Newswave on West African Voice Network. For more news from across the region and beyond, visit wabn.org. You can also stay connected with us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn at WAVN News, and on TikTok and YouTube at West African Voice Network. My name is Fatima Ibrahim. Thank you for your time.